The role of friendship in spiritual growth. Welcome back to our series on Introduction to the Devout Life by St. Francis de Sales. Today, we will dive into an often overlooked but essential part of our spiritual life, friendship. St. Francis de Sales teaches that friendships, especially those grounded in faith, are vital to spiritual growth. Let's explore how cultivating the right friendships can strengthen our devotion and help us live out our faith with greater joy and purpose. The importance of good friendships. St. Francis de Sales emphasizes that friendships have the power to either uplift or hinder our spiritual journey. A good friendship is a gift from God, and it helps us grow in virtue and devotion. The right friends can challenge us to become better versions of ourselves, hold us accountable, and inspire us to live more fully for God. St. Francis de Sales writes, "To love our friends in God is to love them in a way that is both holy and lasting." Friendships that are based on shared faith are not only about enjoying each other's company, but about helping one another grow closer to God. These friendships offer mutual encouragement in times of struggle and help us persevere in our commitment to Christ. For example, think of a group of seminarians who regularly meet for prayer and discussion about their spiritual lives. They encourage one another to grow in faith, provide support during difficult times, and hold each other accountable for living out their calling. Their friendships becomes a source of strength and inspiration for each one's vocation. The dangers of toxic friendships. Just as good friendships can lead us toward God, unhealthy or toxic friendships can pull us away from Him. St. Francis de Sales warns against relationships that are driven by selfishness, jealousy, or purely worldly pursuits. Such friendships may distract us from our faith, lead us into sin, or encourage us to compromise our values. It's important to discern whether our friendships are helping us grow in holiness or pulling us away from God. While it's essential to love everyone and treat people with kindness, we need to be cautious about who we allow to have a deep influence on our lives. St. Francis de Sales writes, "Do not let your heart be enslaved by any friendship that is not for the good of your soul." Cultivating holy friendships. So, how can we build friendships that support our spiritual growth? St. Francis de Sales offers practical advice for cultivating holy friendships. Step 1. Seek friends who share your values. Look for friends who share your values and who are committed to growing in their own faith. These are the people who will walk alongside you in your spiritual journey and encourage you to become the best version of yourself. Step number 2. Be a faithful friend. Be the kind of friend you want to have. Practice kindness, honesty, and humility in your friendships. Be present in times of need and celebrate each other's victories. St. Francis de Sales reminds us that True friendship is about mutual respect and love, grounded in faith. Step number 3. Pray for your friends. Finally, pray for your friends, lift them up to God, asking Him to bless them, guide them, and help them grow in holiness. Praying for your friends deepens your relationship and makes God the center of your connection. The fruits of holy friendships. Holy friendships bear beautiful fruit in our lives. They bring us joy, encourage us to persevere in our faith, and help us to see God more clearly in our everyday experiences. Through these friendships, we experience the love of God in a tangible way as we support one another in our spiritual growth. When our friendships are rooted in faith, they become sources of strength and inspiration. They help us become more compassionate, more patient, and more dedicated to our calling as followers of Christ. As we conclude today, here are a few key takeaways about the role of friendship in spiritual growth. Number 1. Holy friendships lead us closer to God. These relationships offer mutual support and encouragement in our faith journeys. Number 2. Beware of toxic friendships. Relationships that distract us from God or lead us into sin should be carefully reconsidered. Number 3. Be a faithful friend. Practice kindness, honesty, and humility, and seek to build friendships based on shared faith. Number 4. Pray for your friends. Prayer deepens your connection and invites God's grace into your relationships. Number 5. Friendships grounded in faith bear fruit. Holy friendships bring joy, strength, and a deeper experience of God's love. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the importance of friendship in our spiritual lives. Until we meet again with another episode, live Jesus.